The least chaotic way is to do by character.
I think it's by character.
Yeah.
So
let's start with Poppy.
Let's start with yes, because we are gonna have a lot to say about Harriet too, but I'm glancing through my notes already and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get so off track. So let's start with Poppy. Poppy, who is getting sent to boarding school to magically straighten out, which
does
clearly
not work.
Not the case.
No.
Poppy, who is a Malibu girl, and she's so popular, and she dyes her hair blonde, and she's into clothes and her makeup, and she's high maintenance, and she is like...
She also has a therapist. I wrote that down. Very, very queer.
She's got like the whole repressed power femme thing going for her, really, right? Does.
And I know this is revealed about her, but when she first gets to boarding school, she's like, oh yeah, I've slept with so many boys, this boy and this boy and this boy. Oh, which one do you want me to tell you about? Yeah, I snogged them all. And
she's full of shit.
She's full of it. She's literally she's a virgin who can't drive, but she's bringing it back to Clueless.
Virgin who can't drive. It's so real. But, oh my God, she is a virgin who can't drive.
Literally, but I'm sorry, like you're gonna say that lying about sleeping with boys and actually being a stone cold virgin, that you're straight?
Like wait. A super gay move, yes. Also, she's vegetarian.
Yep.
And second, I don't even know what number I'm on anymore. I think I was on letters.
Eighthly.
This is how chaotic this movie is in my brain right now. I literally can't, every time I think of one thing to say, like 14 other things pop into my mind.
That's okay.
Okay. She's a virgin who can't drive. She's a vegetarian with a therapist. And who's lying about sleeping with boys. Also, I wrote down so many lines of dialogue when she first shows up at the school.
Oh yeah, the dialogue is amazing.
That are like very, very thinly veiled, like just full of innuendo, like weird stuff. Where like first, so Moaning Myrtle, right? Moaning Myrtle shows up as the matron of their dorm. And is, taking all of their cell phones and like, I don't know, disciplining them and stuff. And so she's obviously getting on the wrong side of Moaning Myrtle, who I'm sure has a name in this movie that I do not remember. And we're just going to call her Moaning Myrtle the whole time. Getting on the wrong side of Moaning Myrtle. And Moaning Myrtle decides to punish her by saying, no mufti for a week. To which Poppy immediately responds, mufti may be your thing, but it sure ain't mine. And I'm like, first of all,
mufti is?
First of all, false. Well, and here's the thing. Regardless of what we think mufti is or what mufti actually is, which for anyone who is curious right now, it's apparently like your like actual clothing, like your like normal clothing as opposed to your uniform. It is very clear what Poppy thinks mufti means. And that she is once again being like, I'm totally not into that, because the next line I have written down after that is that she, I think it's also about Moaning Myrtle or something, but I just have the line written down because of her massive hoo-ha. So like,
she's really obsessed with mufti.
She is obsessed with mufti is what I'm saying, okay? Like Poppy's got mufti on the brain. There is one thing on Poppy's brain, and that one thing seems to be mufti. That's all I can say about
mufti.
Poppy. It's like the girl's into some mufti. The girl's got mufti on her mind.
Yes,
okay.
The girl's into some hardcore mufti, and like all of her roommates are also.
It's a whole lot. She plays lacrosse.
And like she like is a power lacrosse person. Like she's like trying to take control of everyone and tell them what to do, right? She also, we could talk about like, when we talk about the roommates, we can talk about the sexual chemistry going on there, but let's talk about like the actual love story.
Oh, like 16-year-old girls. Should we preface this with saying like, we're going to be weird about this movie, but like this movie does it to itself and I don't know how to get around it.
Really?
It's like super sexualized.
It's very sexualized and that's why it's gay. But we're so sorry to these 16-year-old girls.
They're not.
But
They're not. The actresses aren't 16. Does that make it better?
yeah, I guess so.
Okay, great.
Also, Pop